In the last video, we saw how Noah built the ark at God's command to survive the great flood. The wickedness of mankind was so great that God decided to destroy them. But Noah, a righteous man, found favor in the eyes of God. Along with his family and the animals, he survived the flood inside the ark. In the end, God made a covenant with Noah and placed his rainbow in the clouds as a sign of his faithfulness. Today, we take a look at how things went after the flood. Unfortunately, life did not unfold smoothly afterward. Noah, who planted a vineyard as a farmer, drank too much of his wine one day, became drunk and lay naked in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers outside. Shem and Japheth then took a garment, put it on their shoulders, went backwards into the tent, and covered their father's nakedness without looking at him. When Noah awoke from his drunkenness, he found out what deed Canaan, Ham's youngest son, had done to him. He had defiled Noah in a shameful way. Noah cursed Canaan and said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be to his brethren." Noah lived for another 350 years after the flood and died at the age of 950. Perhaps you already know what story follows. But first, a question. Do you know how many languages there are on Earth? Over 7,000. English is certainly one of the most well-known. But how did so many languages come about? Did someone just make them up? Once again, as so often, the Bible provides the answer. The sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, were the ancestors of the people who spread across the earth after the great flood. At that time, people still spoke one common language, something we can hardly imagine today. As people journeyed from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. This place seemed ideal for building a city. They decided to make bricks and gather building materials to construct a great city. But that was not enough. The people said, "Let us build a tower that reaches to heaven. This way we will make a name for ourselves so that we are not scattered across the whole earth." The construction began and the people worked in unity, but with pride. We don't know exactly how far they got with their construction because God came down to see the city and the tower that the people were building. He understood that this was just the beginning. If the people remained united, nothing could stop them from doing everything they set out to do. So God decided to stop the construction. But how? He made sure that people no longer understood each other. From one moment to the next, they spoke different languages. You can imagine how confused they must have been. Why can't I understand my friend anymore? Or, why is my brother speaking so strangely? Since they could no longer understand each other, they had to abandon the construction. The people scattered across the face of the whole earth. That is why the city was called Babel, which means confusion, because there God confused the language of the people and scattered them over the face of the whole earth.